Save it. 30-minute chorizo burrito bowls. On tonight's episode of Chopped, we have chorizo. So by default, we're heading in a southwest direction. Before I get started on my meat, I'm gonna make some red rice. I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of oil to our hot pan. I'm adding 3 cups of rice and toasting it. I realize this is a lot of rice, but I'm also making enough for leftovers. Medium heat, we're just gonna keep it moving and get it a little toasted. I don't wanna stray too far from this because it can burn. This is totally optional, but I'm gonna add 1 Serrano pepper that I have just split in half. It's not gonna make it like super hot, but you're gonna be like, there's something there. I'm using jasmine rice just because I like jasmine rice. And no, I did not wash my rice because if you wash it, you can't toast it. And also it rinses off that nice nutty flavor. Once this gets all toasted, things are gonna move really quickly. You're gonna need an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce and 5 cups of water or chicken broth. And I'm gonna be adding a packet of this Goya sazon. I'm not really sure what that's gonna do, but it just feels right. I'm excited to see what happens. Again, this is a collaborative effort, you know. We're bouncing ideas off of each other. This is what my rice is looking like now. I'm pretty pleased with that, and we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. Okay, now we're going in with our liquid ingredients. You're gonna wanna stand back. Stir, 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 stir. We're gonna fill this up with water. Don't forget to stir. 1 can of water. Keep it moving. Be very careful. 4 cups of water or chicken broth. That was exciting. Gently stir it to incorporate everything. Make sure you don't have any clumps of rice. Now we're gonna add my seasonings. I'm gonna go ahead and add my packet of sazon. Whoa! Now that's some color right there. I'm gonna give it a taste. Don't do that. Do not do that at home. My fingers are made of asbestos. It does not have salt in it. So we are gonna add about that much, maybe 1.5 teaspoons of tomato bouillon, or you could use chicken bouillon. If you don't have either, just use some salt. Whatever you do, just season the food, please. I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna stick my fingers in it because I don't want y'all to try that and burn the heck out of yourself and then blame me for it. It needs more salt. So I'm gonna add more tomato bouillon. Okay, I'm happy with that. This up to a simmer, put a lid on it, reduce the heat down to medium-low, and let this cook covered. Do not open it for 15 to 20 minutes. If you notice that it's like boiling a little too hard, turn the heat down to low. You don't want it to like boil. You just want a little bit of a simmer, okay? Then you're gonna cut the heat off and let it sit for another 10. Our finished rice, look at that. But while we got that going, we're gonna work on the rest of our stuff, which I have no idea what that's gonna be. I know I need to brown my meat, so let me go ahead and do that. My pan's pretty hot. I'm adding a tiny bit of oil, which is probably unnecessary since I'm using chorizo, but we're gonna do it anyway. Get my chorizo from Kroger. It's actually really good. Not like the kind you get in a tube. It's actually more like sausage. So sizzle. That's why you preheat the pan. You want nice sizzle. Want the meat to have nice contact with the bottom of the pan so that you get kind of a brown crust. Browning of meat is called a Maillard reaction and gives it that umami flavor that everybody loves so much. Now, you learned something new, didn't you? Okay, see, you want it all nice and chopped up and spread out evenly so that there's more surface area. There's lots of chances for all the meat to get brown. Now I'm gonna go rifle through my pantry and see what I can find that might go along with this. Okay, I've diced tomatoes and green chilies, a can of black beans, and a big old bag of corn. We're not using all this though. I also found half an onion and an orange bell pepper. Get this chopped up real quick. Keep your fingers out of the way. Nice claw hand and put your knife on your knuckle. You don't cut your fingies. And look at that. Diced. So we're gonna do the same thing with our bell pepper. Take out our core. Knock your seeds into the sink, into strips. Once you got your strips, you turn them this way. Keep the tip of the knife on the board and kind of like a locomotive, just chugga chugga. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not like Gordon Ramsay's coming for dinner, you know. Got that all chopped up. I'm gonna dump that in my pan with my chorizo. Give everything a good stir. This is my homemade garlic. We'll add a bunch of that in there. I'm going to season this with some all-purpose seasoning, chili powder, and cumin. 2 cups of frozen corn, whole can of black beans, juice and all. That starchy liquid will make a sauce. And then a whole can of tomatoes and chilies. Now we're just going to kind of simmer this. Taste it for seasoning though. Save it.